Do y'all remember Gypsy Rose's fake producer that thought she was producing something and wasn't capable of it? If y'all don't remember, let's spin a block.
Mental health is very serious, but I don't know if y'all remember. There was a lady I posted about yesterday named April Jones. Okay? Now, April Jones used to be Gypsy Rose's old PR person. He also said that she was a producer and an actress, allegedly, and was supposed to produce a documentary for Gypsy Rose. Christy Blanchard, her stepmom, gave this woman her medical records along with other information, including crime scene photos and stuff like that, to use for this documentary. Now, the lady couldn't produce a documentary, couldn't do any of what she said she could do, and they signed a contract before they realized she couldn't do any of this. She didn't produce anything, and the lady signed a contract in a fake name, for starters. So the contract's really not valid. It's kind of fraud because of the fact that she's not who signed it. Like, that's not her name. Okay. Now, the Blanchards, which was Gypsy's family, filed charges. They were trying to get a restraining order and a suit against her about 2 weeks ago. They ended up having it all dropped when she went to court because it was out of the jurisdiction that it was filed. Now, fast forward, this lady goes to the court. They end up dropping it. She ends up getting into it at the hotel with Gypsy Rose's attorney's staff member. She ends up losing it. She claims it's the other way around, but criminal charges have been filed against her. Now this lady just made a video, and I'm telling you, you gotta make sure you put that stuff in people's applesauce in the morning, because everybody ain't right. But y'all gotta check this out.
Hey guys, it's Nancy. You're watching the GODEJOHN'S Network, and I have an update on our case in Missouri for you all. Very interesting update. Something I don't understand how it's even happening, but it is, folks, and it's very strange. Remember, this is all allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment and educational purposes only, and the views of the host do not necessarily reflect the views of the company. Let me get you a picture real quick. So, do you see this man right here, Adam Warren? Nice little mug with his little wife, right? Guess who also Adam Warren is? It's a prosecuting attorney on the false report case that Sarah and I are facing in Missouri. Do you know who else he is? He's also Blue Shirt Guy. This is the man that assaulted Sarah. And he is the prosecuting attorney accusing us of filing false reports to the judge, who is his very dear good friend, Richard Leamer, Dick Leamer, who commented on this Facebook post up here of his about his son doing something with some sports thing and how he was so proud of this man's son. Tell me this ain't corrupt without telling me this ain't corrupt. So with that being said, how in the F is this legal?
Now, this lady has always been known to embellish things. And I hope somebody tags Mike Stanfield and this prosecuting attorney in this, because they need to see this. And, you know, something makes me wonder, if you know you're going to court for charges, why would you come on the internet and what she's saying is she's alleged? But if this is the guy that you're saying was there, is it really alleged? Or are you just coming on here making up stories? I don't know. That's alleged, because I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I know this lady embellishes things, and I know she ain't right all the way upstairs.
Now, this woman says that I am constantly lying about things. I decided to disassociate myself from this woman for multiple reasons, but one main thing is I never felt as though she wanted justice for Nicholas GODEJOHN, or justice in this situation. I feel as though she wants revenge at Christy Blanchard and Gypsy Rose, and that would be the wrong reasons to pursue anything. Anyway, this lady filed something in the court this week that blew my wig cap back when I seen it the other day. I was going to leave it alone, but since she came for me, I'm going to just go ahead and let y'all know how off the wall this lady is. So she was denied a public defender, and so this is what she sent to the courts. She said that she was basically writing to let them know that she was never formally served, which obviously was months ago. However, even though she wasn't formally served, she was notified and she was made aware, and she's filed things with the court, so that's null and void. So I don't even know why she brought this up. Then she proceeds to talk about not knowing whether or not this case will end up having her serve jail time. Now, what I think is ironic is she docks the judge and the prosecuting attorney, and now is writing to the judge. Does that not tell you that somebody forgot to put something in her applesauce? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question. That's all I'm doing, okay? So she says that she wants this to be dismissed. And I've seen that it was denied and she has to be back in court in October. Now, the prosecuting attorney offered her a plea deal, but she's not willing to accept because she said she didn't commit any crimes. Now, you heard in that video, she was saying that Sarah was assaulted. But now she's saying that she never really said any of that. That never really happened, and it's all Sarah's fault. Now, look, I don't like Sarah, but I think Sarah's in the right in this situation, right? Now, she's saying that this civil suit was leaked into the media outlets like TMZ and various independent content creators for the sole purpose of defaming her. No, ma'am, you put this on the internet first, so I don't understand how that would be defaming or discrediting you. We could only talk about what you actually did with your own actions. But, you know, of course, you're going to say that's a lie. It seems real gypsy-ish to me. However, she also says that she is a public figure being stalked and harassed and bullied by massive groups of online people attached to Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her family. Now, she talks about she was live on YouTube and something got delivered to her house via DoorDash. I believe it was one of her followers. I'm not really sure, but it seemed as if it wasn't a threat. Okay. Now, she goes on to say that she was kidnapped by Sarah. Sarah did the kind gesture of taking her to court, and now she's saying that the lady tried to kidnap her? What? See, that's why you don't do favors for people that don't eat their applesauce in the morning. Now, she's also blaming Sarah for a false report. Girl, you the one who persuaded her to do it. So now she's saying before she arrived at court that Sarah Anderson participated in defaming her. Now, look, like I said, Sarah and I do not get along, but one thing I will say is Sarah rode very hard for Fancy. Very hard. I have seen her reach out to people, and she was a rider for Fancy. So this is foul, okay? Now, the lady used her own gas money to take Fancy to court. And this is what she's doing to the lady. So she's saying that the lady tried to kidnap her and she should be charged with first-degree kidnapping. This lady dirty, child. So now she's saying that Sarah lied about the video and tried to blame her, when we all seen them on live saying otherwise. And Fancy was the one who was screaming she was assaulted, she was assaulted. Am I right or am I wrong? Did we all see that, or was it just me? Okay. So now she is talking about all this crazy stuff. Y'all could pause to read. Go ahead and pause to read. Go ahead and pause to read. I want y'all to pause to read that for real. Because at the very end of what she filed, she again put Fancy Marcelli, aka April Johns. Ma'am, your legitimate name is April Johns, so why would you constantly put this fake name in a court document? Like, the judge is looking at it like, this is a mess, child. A hot mess. That's what the judge is thinking when he sees that. If you think you're gonna get off charges of doxing the judge and the prosecuting attorney, you got a new thing coming. And if you gonna take it to court, baby, they not finna play with you. I don't know how you think this works, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this again. I have said to multiple people, anyone that has came for me, I have always sat there and seen crazy things happen for them. Because one thing I will say is God don't play about me, baby. He don't play about me. So you might want to stop playing. You might want to stop playing, because God don't play about me. So he'll have them cards flip and reverse while you talking about me. You'll end up defaming yourself, baby. So have a great day.
One thing about me is I always say, don't come for me unless I send for you. I made a post yesterday and I gave credit to the original creator. Let me show you. It says video originally posted by. Okay. The fact that people want to find a reason to dislike you and create drama is interesting because you sound really bitter. And if you had an issue, my DMs are open. But you wanted to make an issue out of something that isn't an issue. Don't come on my page if you have a problem with me. And I've blocked a lot of you because for you, it's not about justice. It's about gaining followers and clout. I said what I said and take it how you want to take it. If you don't like it, don't come on here. It's simple.
Okay, y'all, we have a new update in the Laken Snelling case, and this is alleged. Well, some of it. And the details being discussed are heartbreaking, so trigger warning. Sources close to the investigation are claiming that when Laken went to the hospital, she allegedly told the police that the baby did make a whimpering sound when it was born, and it was blue. Then she wrapped it in a towel. Now, I need to stress, this has not been confirmed by the police or the coroner. It's just been circulating online. Allegedly, the baby was described as appearing blue, and then she supposedly wrapped him in a towel, placed him inside a trash bag, and left him in the closet. Again, none of this has been proven by court. These are alleged claims, and we'll have to wait for the facts to really come out. Does this surprise me? No. Again, she looked at least 4 to 5 months pregnant back in April. We are now 4 months later. It kind of adds up. And what's confirmed is that the Fayette County coroner's autopsy came back inconclusive. I'm wondering why they didn't charge her with unaliving, if that is true. So we really do have to wait to see. The official reports are saying the manner of death is undetermined, and they're still waiting on the microscopic test to figure out the cause of death. So right now, science hasn't given investigators any clear answers. Another major update is Laken is no longer enrolled in the University of Kentucky. She's also been removed from the stunt team. Reports say that she either withdrew voluntarily or dropped after these charges came out. Either way, she's officially out of school. Which also is odd in terms of the bond because she really doesn't have any ties to Kentucky. So to me, she's a huge flight risk. Legally, nothing has changed yet. She's still facing charges of abuse with a corpse, tampering with evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. She pled not guilty and posted a $100,000 surety bond and is under house arrest and living with her parents in Tennessee. And she doesn't have to wear ankle monitors. So there's that. This is pretty heartbreaking and sad, and a lot of people are on here defending her, but when you look at the optics, I feel like it's kind of clear. So at this point, this is what we know. The official autopsy is just still open-ended. The rumors about the baby making noises are alleged and not confirmed, and now Laken is no longer a student at UK. And her next court date is September 26th. You better believe every new detail that is going on in this case that plays out, I will be here telling y'all about it. For all of y'all that believed Abby and Brittany Hensel actually had a TikTok, they don't. And that baby reveal wasn't them. Her husband said, stop the cap. Abby and Brittany Hensel was recently spotted in Minnesota with a new baby, right? And TikTok grabbed those paparazzi pics, slapped on a caption, blessed, and boom, overnight frenzy. Everyone thought it was their official account. And they thought that they were confirming the baby news. But enters Josh Bowling, Abby's husband, and he shuts it all the way down. He told people and TMZ that account is completely fake and they've seen it before and it really wasn't bothering them, so they let it go. And he said that they have never had a TikTok account. Not Abby, not Brittany, and not me. So Josh says whoever's running that page probably lifted old photos from his mom's Facebook page back when it was public. And now the media is running wild like it's gospel. That's why he had to step in and clear it up. But the girls did not clear it up themselves, which is good because I feel like they were on TV enough and they probably didn't like that life. And they don't like feeling like they're being watched in that type of way, and I don't blame them. And when it came to the actual baby question, Josh played it smart, and he's not confirming or denying. He's just letting people wonder, and I'm here for it. Moral of the story, the internet can manifest a whole family and a baby overnight if you let it. But facts, they move a little bit slower. So shout out to Josh for setting the record straight and reminding y'all, stop believing every viral account with a profile pic and a caption. Stay tuned, because if there's baby news down the line, you'll hear it from them, not a random TikTok troll, okay? So stay flawless, y'all.
Nah, that. You want to... No, here's why I don't date black women. Listen to me when I'm talking to you lot. I'm listening. Because you lot don't like to listen. I don't date black women because you don't like to get put in your place.
Which place?
Your place.
Which
and when you get put in your place, you think you got to talk like a man.
That's why they were
You're not
cheating
man.
on you then.
You're not men.
That's why they were
Watch
cheating
this.
on you.
Stay in your place.
Cheated on you multiple.
Ginger J is a black man with red hair, calling black women too strong to control. And he thinks the problem is black women. Ooh, child, let's unpack this internalized self-hate wrapped in ginger curls. What Ginger J said in that now viral clip, Ginger J was very proud to declare that he does not date black women because he cannot control them. He says it like it's a mic drop moment, but baby, all he did was expose the dusty suitcase of internalized issues he's been dragging through TikTok. This ain't about preference, let's be clear. You can have a type, and you could date outside your race. But the moment your type is defined by degrading your own, that's self-hate, not standards. And let's talk about what self-hate looks like, because this is much deeper than just a viral soundbite. What Ginger J is projecting is that he doesn't feel powerful unless he's dominant, and because he can't control black women, he avoids them. That's not about black women being the problem. That's about you not knowing how to lead with a mutual respect. Now let's get into the psychology of this. Because internalized racism tells some black men that proximity to whiteness equals power, peace, and prestige. Misogyny makes them believe that black women are inherently combative, difficult, or emasculate. Low self-worth. And child, that'll have you rejecting the reflection of your own lineage. Because it's way too real for you to know that you're the problem. So what do? You pick partners that you believe are more manageable. And I don't know what white women you've been around, but they be out here doing their thing too. And you try to convince yourself that that's your preference. No, sir. That's a coping mechanism disguised as a dating pool. And this is very dangerous. What Ginger J said isn't just corny, it's harmful. It feeds into the white supremacist narrative that black women are less feminine or less desirable. It tells young black girls watching that their strength, independence, or confidence is the reason they'll be unloved. It reinforces the lie that being submissive is the only way to be worthy of love. And let's be real, the same strong black women you claim you can't handle are the same ones who raised you, protect you, and kept communities alive. You weren't too weak for their strength then. You were too insecure for their standards. Ginger J, you can run from black women all you want. But until you heal that self-hate, you're not avoiding them. You're just avoiding your own reflection. Date who you want. But if you've got to slander your own women to justify it, you're not in love. You're hiding. Also, sir, you went to prison. You did time. You're a whole felon. But somehow black women are the problem because they won't let you control them? Sir, this is not Build a Woman. And black women are not lining up to be parole officers just so you can feel like a man again. It's not about black women are too strong. It's that they've got standards, and dating a man who just left a halfway house isn't on the vision board. Heal first, then holla. For all of y'all that believed Abby and Brittany Hensel actually had a TikTok, they don't. And that baby reveal wasn't them. Her husband said, stop the cap. Abby and Brittany Hensel was recently spotted in Minnesota with a new baby, right? And TikTok grabbed those paparazzi pics, slapped on a caption, blessed, and boom, overnight frenzy. Everyone thought it was their official account. And they thought that they were confirming the baby news. But enters Josh Bowling, Abby's husband, and he shuts it all the way down. He told people and TMZ that that account is completely fake, and they've seen it before, and it really wasn't bothering them, so they let it go. And he said that they have never had a TikTok account. Not Abby, not Brittany, and not me. So Josh says whoever's running that page probably lifted old photos from his mom's Facebook page back when it was public. And now the media is running wild like it's gospel. That's why he had to step in and clear it up. But the girls did not clear it up themselves, which is good because I feel like they were on TV enough and they probably didn't like that life. And they don't like feeling like they're being watched in that type of way, and I don't blame them. And when it came to the actual baby question, Josh played it smart, and he's not confirming or denying. He's just letting people wonder, and I'm here for it. Moral of the story, the internet can manifest a whole family and a baby overnight if you let it. But facts, they move a little bit slower. So shout out to Josh for setting the record straight and reminding y'all, stop believing every viral account with a profile pic and a caption. Stay tuned, because if there's baby news down the line, you'll hear it from them, not a random TikTok troll, okay? So stay flawless, y'all.